We're it. And I'm not going to support not supporting them. And I'm not going to support genocide. I'm not going to support another Holocaust in any way, shape, or form, which is why I fully support the bombs that were dropped on there. To that extent, where we're not putting boots on the ground in Iran. But going back to this conversation, why the barbs? Why the barbs? We know that our country's a mess. We know something needs to be done about it. But yet, Congress is not acting. The money is there to fix the problems that Tucker's talking about and still support Israel. We could be fixing both those problems if the Congress and the Senate and the House would actually act to do what's already been done. But for some reason, we're just not doing it. Let's go to a couple of these other barbs, and then we'll end there.
What I would absolutely oppose under any circumstances is invading Iran and then staying and trying to turn them into a democracy. And part of where Iraq really went off the rails is not only did we topple someone who was fighting radical Islamic terrorists, who was a bad guy, but then we tried the vision of interventionists. It actually overlaps with the vision of a lot of Democrats. Let's go promote democracy in the world.
I agree.
And it is our military's job to kill the bad guys, to defend America. It's not their job to defend international norms. It's not their job. So I have zero desire for the U.S. military to turn Iran into Switzerland. Look, would it be nice if they suddenly became Switzerland? Sure. If I could wave a magic wand, great. But I'm not going to send your kids or my kids to be in front of guns to go make that happen.
Well, bless you for that. I think that is the lesson that I learned from Iraq. I promoted that war. Apparently, unlike you, I was dumber. And I think that you just articulated the main lesson of it, which is it's hard to do that, and we're not good at it.
But I will, and so we are agreeing on that. I will say as a core.
So that last thing is exactly what the Trump doctrine is we go in, we make a strike, we get out. There's no foreverwhere. We're not doing regime change, but we're not toppling governments or anything like that. And they both come to agreement on that, which is why I like both men. But the main part of that is the discussion about Iran trying to assassinate the president. And this is kind of where the things differ, because, again, Tucker tries to attack Ted Cruz's opinion on, well, why aren't we going after Iran? Why aren't we declaring war on Iran? Why aren't we being violent and going after Iran if they're legitimately trying to kill our president? It's my president. Why are we not doing that? And I would agree with Ted Cruz more, and it's probably the vision of the president himself, who's the one that has a contract on his head by Iran to get him assassinated, is we need to be much more reserved on that. If we have a bully in the parking lot and he's just a flea, we're not going to declare full-out war. We're not going to do these massive strikes just because